Typhoon Haiyan, known in the Philippines as Typhoon Yolanda, was one of the strongest tropical cyclones ever recorded, which devastated portions of Southeast Asia, particularly the Philippines, on November the 8th, 2013. It is the deadliest Philippine typhoon on record, killing at least 6,300 people in that country alone. Haiyan is also the strongest storm recorded at landfall, and unofficially the strongest typhoon ever recorded in terms of wind speed. The cyclone caused catastrophic destruction in the Visayas, particularly on Samar and Leyte. According to UN officials, about 11 million people have been affected. Many have been left homeless. There was widespread devastation from the storm surge in Tacloban City, especially in San Jose, with many buildings destroyed, trees knocked down, cars piled up. Flooding also extended for 1 kilometer inland on the east coast of the province. City Administrator Texon John Lim stated that roughly 90% of the city had been destroyed. The catastrophic tragedy shocked the world. Touched by the massive destruction of nearly $2 billion, countries from all over donated hundreds of millions of dollars in currency and relief items. Welcome to YHDR, Yolanda Haiyan Disaster Relief Medical Mission.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nelson Nicolasora. I'm an infectious disease doctor, currently practicing in the city of Toledo, Ohio. We live in the suburb of Toledo. I'm originally from Tacloban City. I grew up there, and I did my medical schooling and some of my training back in Tacloban City. Well, Yolanda Haiyan Disaster Relief Organization was just, we sort of just name it after the typhoon. And even before I learned about my parents and immediate family who are actually survivors of this typhoon, I thought of, creating a group and with the mission of extending help. And since I'm a physician, I thought about doing a medical mission, and that's how it came to be. We put up our website, put up our group in Facebook, and thereafter people started to join us for this event. It took a good 2 months to organize the group and to come up with resources to accomplish the medical mission.
My name is Steve Kaiser. I'm a physician assistant.
I'm Amanda Baker. I'm a nurse out of Ohio.
I'm Ravi Katrigata. I'm a pre-med student.
I'm Brett and I'm a nurse from Ohio.
Hi, Roblyn Mikwa from Ohio, nurse from Ohio.
Hi, I'm Mimi Dumaluan, now residing in Bohol. I'm a doctor, practicing physician in Bohol, but I am actually originally from Tacloban, so I'm here to help.
Hi, I'm Marie Camille Cinco. I'm from Tacloban City. Where I'm a dentist, and this is my.
I'm Catherine Cinco. I'm also from Tacloban City, and I'm also a dentist. We are the dental team.
Hi, I'm Abby Datu. I'm a dentist. I'm from Manila. Thank you.
We did some other stuff like giving them some relief. My wife did her own soup kitchen, and we have our seeds project where what we did was we bought seeds from Manila and distributed to the survivors, and hopefully they could, get some harvest at some point. Well, during the medical mission, we saw a fair number of patients. We have folks mostly from in our community here in Ohio, and also other volunteers from some parts of the U.S. We have a documentation team crew to document, the people's stories and the actual medical mission, as well as other things that we've done, like our soup and relief operations and the giving of seeds. But during the we also have a fair number of help from local physicians. We had help from the Philippine College of Physicians, my classmates in med school back home, and several other volunteers who made this possible. Obviously, there's a lot of logistics and coordination involved in conducting this trip.
So pag-istorya kita about ini nga imo anak ni Joey Lynn, ito na, Joey Lynn was born the day before Yolanda hit. She just gave birth at alas 2 ng gabi, 12 midnight, and then they evacuated to this place with a newborn, and they said that they were like hanging on to the air conditioner or something. But Joelyn she's 3 months old now. Tulo na hiya kabulan.
Meningitis.
She had meningitis? Yeah, she had meningitis already. She has a cleft palate, which prevents her from sucking effectively, either from a bottle or from her mom. So she's 3 months and she looks like a newborn. You know. Dirin hiamon may dahar tanong. They're sisters, and then she was born 2 months ago with an imperforate anus, and so they did a colostomy. Pakita na good. So they made a colostomy so that she can poo from the side. Pero waray pa operahan niya bubot. But they have not done any operation yet. I don't know. She just came out from the hospital. Kaya ano ka muna hospital? Kanya na.
May pneumonia.
Oh, because she had pneumonia. And they said she has a heart murmur as well. So, I don't know. It's just so tragic. She said she has rashes in her colostomy area, and it's a good thing she can still suck from her mom, so at least she gets the breast milk. But these kids are, they need help. So I told them we have a medical mission. We'll see what we can do. Oh. So this is the grandmother, and she is taking care of her grandkids. Anong trabaho ito ni Masawa? Puro pananggot. Ano pag-describe? Manunuba. They nagkukuhanin tuba. You know, they make tuba from the coconuts. Anong trabaho ni Masawa? Ano? Parang taho. Vendor hin taho. So now they're all out of work. You know, this is her third child. This is her eldest, I think she said. Eldest, and 3 years old. And they have no livelihoods. Their husbands have no livelihoods. So they are dependent on the grandmother now. Ano tim ngaran ni sis? Gina Lynn Makalip. She has like a little barbecue stand. Amo tim pakabuhian. Okay.
TV ka niya. Ang hirap ang kalagayan.
Oo, inahagot na agad. Oo. Sige, pagkita-kita ha. Ng alas 10, alas 11, dili nga la ako. Mawaray nga niya ako dito. Hulat ala niyo sininga nasa ringa to Doktora Mary nga mapahulat lang. Ha? Kamu. Sige, salamat. Sige ha.
Doing this medical mission, I would accomplish, you could accomplish a couple of things in a few days and provide some, medical support on the ground. I know we were coming in like 2 months after the typhoon, but I also learned that it would be like a second wave of help because pretty much most of the other organizations who've been down there, who have done their help, would have left by then. So we decided to do it 2 months thereafter, and we were all, all busy because we have jobs and family to take care of. So it took us a while to gather our resources before we head down there. And also recognize the fact that, medical missions, they only accomplish a couple of, of things, and that is to, address acute issues, and but more than that, you also bring hope and to the people that you meet and you treat. Even in the best healthcare setting, you can't solve a patient's problem. You can cure some diseases, but at least at some point in time you were down there and you were able to help. the purpose of the medical, in some ways, the medical mission also help us survey the area and see what what the needs of the people are, and hopefully in our own little way we could continue to help the affected population.
I've done a lot of medical missions in the Philippines, together with one is together with a local group of doctors here in Toledo, and some from way back when I was in the Philippines. When you go on a medical mission, it's quite different because you know what is expected of you. But with this particular medical mission, it's very, very different. One of the things that happened was, when I saw a patient for the first time on our first day of medical mission, when I asked this patient of mine, how she was, she started crying in front of me. I guess nobody has asked her that question. And I guess that prompted her to cry and I guess speak to me about what she has experienced when the super typhoon hit Basay, Samar. Very, very interesting and very overwhelming and very sad indeed. I guess, we can do a lot about treating the patient medically, but what about listening to them? What about actually asking them how they feel, what they felt when the super typhoon hit?
We had an active group of young dentists and who did a fair number of dental extractions. We had a good support from the local leaders, from local politicians. We had good support from coordination from local community leaders, so it turned out well.
The dental team helped approximately 400 patients and extracted hundreds of teeth in the 4-day mission. At the end of the day, the patients leave with relief and a smile.
Ako po si Camelote, kubadaran nakatira sa Basay, Samar.
So, ba't nandito ka?
Kasi doon ako pinanganak lang sa Maynila, pero dito ako nakatira.
Nagpabunot na
Papabunot lang ng ngipin.
Nung unang binunutan ka ng ngipin, natakot ka.
Hindi ako pinunutan pa. Nung una.
Nung una, di ba dalawang binunutan?
Oo, pero hindi ako natakot. Salamat po, nabunutan ako ng ngipin.
There was one patient who got their attention most, a 7-year-old boy named Roland. He had 6 decayed teeth and desperately wanted them out. Unfortunately, they would only extract 2 teeth per patient per day. During the operation, he kept smiling the whole time without a wince. What a great reward for the team.
Are we done now?
Yeah, we're done. With what?
All the dental?
Oh yeah, we are for now, for today.
For today? Tomorrow's another day?
Tomorrow's another day. We might be so tired we can't extract them anymore.
How many people did we help today?
I think more than 50
Nice.
patients. And in one patient, we might have extracted 2 or more for each patient. So that's 100.
Yeah. How do you feel?
100. I'm tired, but okay. It's good. It's good to help.
Major issues, pretty much with like any other medical mission, it's short-lived. So as I said, you could probably, help a good, portion of the population, but it's a temporary fix to their problems, temporary solution to some of their medical issues. And certainly there are things that you cannot fix in a 4-day medical mission. But in some ways, it's still a form of, help. When the typhoon happened and just watching all the videos and looking at the news, I could pretty much, I couldn't recognize my hometown. I couldn't recognize Tacloban. And so it was, I was devastated. And I knew I eventually would like to go back home and do something. And I kept preparing myself every day. I kept praying, telling myself, Lord, hopefully give me the, the courage to face this, because I know I'd be devastated to, look at my, look at my hometown.
Hi, my name is Alcon and I'm the director of the documentation of the YHDR medical mission. During that time when we were in San Joaquin, that was the place where, one of the places where they had the mass grave situated. We were there, I was filming, I was on top of pretty much the whole land where they buried approximately 800 bodies found after the typhoon destruction. And even after a few months, weeks, and even up to the day where we were in San Joaquin, we were there filming the medical mission, and all of a sudden they brought in a body in a body bag, and we asked where it came from, and they said they found it. They found the body somewhere and they just needed to relocate it to where we were.
Right now, we just found out that there's a body that's been just dropped off here at the mass grave. We don't know where it came from, but as far as they said, he was temporarily buried at the in the beach So now they transfer it here to the mass grave location, and as we're speaking, you can see the body bag. I don't know. We don't know exactly how long this body has been dead. Probably recent, or maybe ever since that event. So try not to get too close to it because it doesn't smell too good. Just let's take a look and we'll see how it progresses.
What really, sad about is when you look at these graves, you will see that in one plot, you will see families, not just one or two. We're talking about 15 to 20, and sometimes up to 30 individuals, names that were on that plot, and that was just one plot. So we're talking about 16 to 20 to 30, and even up to 30 family members died, all in one shot, all in one day, November 8th, 2013. And just imagine if you were in these shoes. It's really hard to understand what they have been through, whether you're a survivor or you're one of the victims that died.
Tumigas na yan, no?
Tumigas. Pero wala yung masyado kwan, nana.
So this is the alginate.
In fact, we can just use one and save it. Okay? Wonderful. Whoop. And I think we'll have to pack it tight. Let's put some hydrocortisone because it's very itchy. I think we have.
So what was the treatment that you did, doctor?
I just debrided the wound, and there's a tracking inside the wound, so we inserted a pack of alginate and medihoney. Medihoney is it's been a known remedy for wounds for so many years. I think it has experienced some resurgence after people have done research. In fact, we're actively using it in the hospital to treat a lot of wounds. So that's medihoney and alginate. It stays there for 5 to 7 days. Take it out, it sucks in all the wound, it prevents infection from getting in. It has antibacterial properties. It has growth factors.
Pasalamat na lang na ako tinatambal ako mabuhay na lang ako.
A local man, Mang Gusting, lost most of his family. He said he hung onto a tree trunk while witnessing his family getting washed away by the flood. Now, the hardest part of surviving, he said, is living alone and remembering everyone who has gone.
Oh, mayroon pa. Ito si Bernadette, yung anak ng pamangkin. pamangkin ko. Ito yung anak ng ko, yung si Merlin Masakaw. Yung si Mary Biane, yung anak niya, yung apo ko. At saka ito naman yung kapatid ko. Yung iba hindi pa nahanap. Missing yung iba. Pupunta ako ng dentista, magpapabunot ako ng ngipin ko. Isang ngipin ko medyo lubos na.
Hindi, because he has a very high blood pressure. Usually as a consequence, nag-bleed.
The reason why you can't have that blood.
Well, that blood pressure is so high, and well, during extractions, you can feel nervous, anxious because of it's scary for most people. It is really scary, and we don't want to complicate things even more for tatay because that blood pressure is so high, and when he will feel some pain or anxious about it, it might get worse. So we wouldn't want to put him in a situation that's not good. So maybe he should take some medications first before he can have his extractions.
Would that be possible to be done during a day or?
No,
like,
he
right
needed
now,
to rest.
He's in line right now.
No, because when we have patients who have got high blood pressure, we recommend to do them in the morning because at that time the patient's well rested. So meaning he didn't work that much, so most probably his pressure would go lower than it is during the day, especially when it's hot. He's been lining up for like hours now, so maybe that made his pressure more higher.
Yan daw bubunutan kita. Yan daw kung kita bubunutan.
Kasi mataas ang tinting ng inyong dugo.
Hindi mo buti yung pag hindi tayo nabunutan.
Bigyan kayo ng gamot para bumaba ang dugo niya. Para kung bumaba man yung mangyayari.
Pagbaba, wala na kayo dito.
Ay, basta tayo kulang. Siguro, saan na tayo?
So, okay lang.
Kasi pinapatay din namin ang kalusugan eh. Kahit gusto namin matulungan. Sige tayo, magpahinga na kayo, pumasok kayo at inumin nyo yung gamot.
Sige,
Salamat.
Okay.
Salamat.
Growing up, I've been raised to, by my parents to always, to be that person who's ready to, extend a helping hand, and that at one point, you made them, you made them happy. You give them a little bit of hope. You show them some love and care. I think, and they reciprocated by, expressing their true gratitude. That was, and I think that was the most rewarding thing. Just like in any other mission, it's just, you're limited. You're limited in terms of resources. You're limited in things that you can do. Because even in the best hospital where you're rounding every day, you have a big support with the ancillary service. You have big diagnostics. You have all the consultants. Sometimes you can fix problems, but that's the sad part. I know at some point we're going to leave, and it's an example of we have promised some folks down there that we will coordinate some of their surgeries or medical care, and we have fulfilled most of it. But there was one clear example where we saw this guy who had a wound that's been there since I think the late 70s, and it's been suffering and it's been in pain for quite a long period of time, and we were still in the process of trying to coordinate eventually his surgery. But I just learned in the past week or so that he just passed away, and that's obviously very disappointing. But after this typhoon, which clearly is very personal because it affected my hometown, you know, a lot has changed in me. And I thought, you know, by doing this mission, if I can, you know, this certainly has affected me and changed my outlook in life. And by organizing a group, hopefully I could also encourage other people to continue to do this type of work, be it, you know, medical mission or some form of help. Well, in fact, we are thinking of, you know, formalizing our own, hopefully, nonprofit organization so that, you know, we could continue our you know, way of helping, whether it would be locally or in some other parts of the world.
Every time that I would hand out that balloon sculpture to a kid, I would get a smile back. And I think that bespoke of a kid's joy of having something to call on their own.
What was promising, though, is as soon as you see people getting back to their routine and you see there's life on the street, there's business coming back, even little business, and you see children playing around or, you know, happy faces, and you know that you know, they're trying to get by, and you have confidence that at some point, you know they'll get over this and recover.
Ako nga pala si Ilino Gadaingan, isang barangay kagawad dito sa barangay San Fernando sa nasasakupan ng bayan ng Basing. Sa kasalukuyan, simula nung dumating po ang bagyong Yolanda, kami po, ang lahat ng mga kababayan po namin dito sa barangay San Fernando ay talagang lubusong naghirap. Pero sa pagtulungan po ng lahat ng mga tumulong, kami po unti-unti pong nakakabangon. Lalo na sa ganitong medical mission, malaking tulong po dito sa amin, lalong-lalo na sa mga nagkakaroon ng sakit. At lubos po kami nagpapasalamat kay Dr. Nicolasora na siya po ang lubos, ang naging dahilan na lahat na po ng mga kasama niya, mga doktor, nurses, ay nakumbinsa niyang makasama rito sa aming barangay para makipagtulungan po dito sa lahat ng mga tao na nangangailangan sa aming barangay. At yan lamang po, maraming salamat po at inuulit po namin ang pasasalamat simula kay Dr. Nelson Nicolasora. Salamat pong muli sa kanya at sa kanilang lahat ng mga kasamahan.
To conclude, the hope of the mission, although short-lived, is that maybe some will have a positive memory that for a brief time they were cared for and supported in their survival of the greatest typhoon in history.
You know, in behalf of Doctors Nelson and Mary Nicolasora and I, we would like to thank all of them, you know, from the bottom of our hearts. And we're hoping that, you know, in the next few years to come, they would continue to help us, you know, make our future endeavors a success.
Thank you for watching. This is Anthea Ash wishing you a great evening.
Steven, there's room on aerospace.
I'll take you with me.
No, why?
Oh, mga pasmado kamay, pasmado kamay. Here we go, Steven. How are you? How'd you like it?
It was awesome. Great experience.
Great experience. You were glad you came?
Oh, I'll do it again.
Do it again. There you go.